Hey, my Taurus and Scorpio. Let me say that right, because this ain't Taurus and Scorpio. Hey, my Scorpio and Taurus babies. How you doing? What's going on, y'all? Happy holiday weekend, whatever holiday this happens to be. I think it's Labor Day in the Americas. Yeah, and all of that. This is going to be Scorpio and Taurus. Sitting in a tree, Kissing. Somebody put up on my page. I think it was for the Scorpio reading, the Scorpio monthly. And they thanked me for my freaky, nasty self. So there you go. And they keep telling the truth. I'm not going to sugarcoat shit. I'm not one of these readers because I don't like it. I want to know what the hell I need to know. So you don't want me going pretty and it might be. Nah, we ain't even trying to go out like that. This is real life we living. You came here looking for a real answer. And I promise you that's what I'm trying to do. Scorpio and Taurus. What's going on with y'all? There feels like an energy of what I want to call fresh start. There's my word right there, fresh start. That's what the hell it feels like. Renewal, rejuvenation. There may have been stuff going on in the background. I think for the Taurus and Scorpio reading I did that was back in August on the 12th, I think. I might have alluded to something going on, one of the Scorpio readings, something going on with your partner. It feels like, for the most part, that has cleared up. Yeah, this is all new shit. Okay, there's a tower down there, but that's not what y'all think it is. So hold your horses. Just hold your horses. So this is Scorpio and Taurus. Sit in a tree, Kissing, for the month of September. Where are we today? I think is the 6th. So we're going to roll right on through to October. There's renewal here. We're going to see it all. The baby here. The hangman is here. We got the death card. The devil card. Doggone it. The 2 of cups. And the tower. So this is not, y'all going, well, what the fuck is nice and happy about that? This is not what you think it is. Scorpio in particular, I'm reading from your perspective. This is all, you got the hangman twice. This is all in your favor. So it feels like, let me clear this up now. Grandmama used to say, eat the fish, leave damn bones. So don't eat all of this and don't choke on what does not belong to you. That part right there. This has got feet. All of this is not going to resonate with everybody. Bits and pieces of it will. For some of you, chunks of it will, depending on where you are with your Taurus in your relationship. But looking at your overall, with the 5 of Pentacles and the 6 of Swords up on top, you were trying to get back in that groove. This is a fresh start. That 6 of Swords with the big deck is about a fresh start. So you were trying to, you got that teeter-tottering thing going on. Find your balance. And there may be some compromising being done. You may still be feeling kind of hopeless, like, oh my God, what did I do? Taurus is pissed and run around, sharpened up their horns and done some more shit. What the fuck? And you, on the backside of that, this is the vice versa. Of course, there's worry. And more concerned, Scorpio, that maybe your Taurus has gotten tired of you, or maybe there was something else keeping their attention away from you. In all of this, you, again, are trying to gain your perspective. And this deck, this side is talking about a total loss of perspective. And so once again, you come back to the front end. You're trying to find it. You may be feeling hopeless. You may be feeling like, you don't have a perspective on shit right now. It's just like, what is happening to my relationship? Sitting on top of the 4 of Swords, playing the victim, and feeling frustrated is not going to be the cure-all for this. So if that's your go-to thing, that's not going to work this time, because Taurus is changing as well. So if whatever you've been doing in the past, do something different. Do something different, because Taurus is changing. They're not looking at things in the same, how can I say this correctly? In the same black and white kind of clarity they may have been looking at something this time last year. It's a different kind of black and a different kind of white this year. So with that said, Taurus is changing too. So if you come at them, I'm going to just throw it up on the wall. If you come at them with the same thing you've been doing before, you know, I'm frustrated, they're not going to hear you because they're not there. The better part of this is you're probably going to have to sit down and have some kind of conversation. Looking at the recent past with the Ten of Coins and the Three of Wands or Three of Rods in this deck, back a month ago, maybe two, you may have been feeling like, you know, why is there a hold up into happy family shit? What the hell? And this is the back, oh no, this is the front end. So you may have been trying to get this, or you may have had this for a hot second, but delays, all kind of shit. Again, I think this came up in your last reading. I always see hope there, because bleak and dull as the rest of the card looks, there's hope. May have been slow moving. You may have been trying to get here, or may have had this for a hot second, but then it disappeared. You come to the Emperor, and just the stability. You weren't feeling the stability. I'm gonna just put it like that. You weren't feeling the stability, almost to the point where, with the Hermit card, and that's the front end of the Hermit, you didn't feel like your patience was being rewarded. So in this deck, that would look like that. You may have had some kind of inner sensing that something was wrong. Now, what I remember from the last reading, and what I'm kind of getting a sense of, is that Taurus may have had their attention divided. There may have been an ex trying to get back in, and Taurus may not have said anything. I don't, by any stretch of the imagination, I don't know that this is total cheating, infidelity type vibe, and there's not a whole lot on the board other than the Devil card down here, and that's in the future, giving me that kind of indication. But your Taurus has been transfixed, preoccupied, whatever the word is you want to put, dealing with something else. And so that in turn brought a change in circumstances for you, because they may not have been calling you as much. Y'all may not have been hanging out as much, doing the horizontal mambo, not quite so much. However, it was resonating with you. Just not, things were not that expected delay when things should have been going, wasn't happening, and you may have felt like they were trying to distance themselves from you, or that you needed to distance yourself from them. However, wherever you ended up in that, we get to the current energy, and you've got the Temperance card from the back side. Oh no, that's the front side. Oh no, that's the back side. Bringing back balance. Now you're coming back into your groove. Now Taurus suddenly is not preoccupied. It's that kind of energy. With the Queen of Swords, I think though what you probably are recognizing, or if you haven't gotten here, what you need to recognize is that there's a change. And there are probably going to be some boundaries, if they haven't been spoken on or spoken of, they will be. Because Taurus may, again, dealing with other shit, may feel like they need to bring some structure into this, especially if this is a slower moving relationship. So Taurus may be exhibiting some independence, and in turn, that might be encouraging you to step your game up. And that's never, ever, never a bad thing. Your object and your challenge for the month, with the Ten of Wands on top of the King of Swords, is to bring all of this difficulty and whatnot, if you're dealing with a difficult child, bring all that difficulty into full focus and put that struggle down. That's your goal. That's your goal. Figure out what it is, where the pieces, because you, again, are trying to bring yourself back into balance, and that in turn may cause or require some compromise. something may be feeling difficult, or maybe like Taurus is being difficult, or you're being difficult on something. The object there is to get that kink out so you can put this struggle down and get out of isolation. Because it feels like both of you are kind of in your separate corners, that you kind of get together, but there's again, trying to bring it into balance. It's better than it was, but it's not there yet. So just focusing on where things don't have to be difficult. And that's the King of Swords sitting next to the Queen. So with the compromise, that Six of Swords up there, there may be some difficult things, maybe some issues you're not ready to deal with, or don't think you're ready to deal with. The Taurus is probably going to throw out there and be like, yo, I've been thinking, sword energy, about blah, blah, blah. And I think this would work best. You're going to have to compromise, Scorpio. I know, I know. I hear you, all you fixed signs. You're going to have to come up with some compromise. If you want this to be the meaningful relationship without the damn struggle, because you can put this struggle down at any time. All you got to do is say, and understand, I get this. If you felt like in the past there may have been something wrong, Taurus might have been doing something else, or everybody was just too damn busy to get it together, and that's got you kind of going, well, maybe I shouldn't have. Get in alignment with whatever it is that you want, Scorpio, and get in alignment with whatever you want Taurus to bring to the table. That's not wrong to say, I'm going to bring this. Can you bring this? Can you do this? Can we do this as a couple? There's nothing wrong with that at all. But that structure, the Queen and King always talk to me about structure, and more so than anything, mental structure. Because if you get the mental together, the rest of it will fall right into place. At the end of all of this, of course, nothing but transformation. And that's all we're talking about is transformation. And that's coming from understanding what's blocking you from the joy that you want. You see the damn sun, but got all this other stuff going on. And not letting anything avert your eyes from what you're trying to do. Oh, I said that's it. What is that? 3 of Cups, 5 of Cups, 5 of Cups, I'm sorry. Not averting your eyes, not averting your attention, keeping your focus. And the 5 of Cups in this deck over here is the dude with the 3 cups in front of him, and I'm always talking about the red wine on the white carpet. That's this right here. Look a little different. But opening that vision up and not letting anything avert. I'm going to say it again. Aversion. That shit that's got you looking at something else. And you may be focusing on the past and how come this didn't happen and how come you did. Don't get into that. Don't get into that. Don't let it become a limited vision type situation. Look at it, but don't dwell on it. And don't let anything divert your attention from trying to keep this relationship going in the direction that you want to. It again is going to probably require some sacrifice on your part and some compromise. But what the heck? At the end of all the cards, we get down to the future. You may question your decisions. That's what's coming back out of that. But if you let it go, then you can let it go. And that's all about the success. That's not even about nothing other than the success. Getting in the hoorah and being out, the chariot, period. So, and that's a part of facing your fears too. There may be something that, this is going to be a leap of faith, Scorpio, you're going to have to take. That's the best way I know how to say it without saying 200 other words. Leap of faith, yes, you're going to have to make one. Taking that leap of faith may have you questioning your decisions, but again, if you want to be here, the happy couple up front, just saying, you're going to have to go ahead and do it. Don't let the devil be in the details. Face whatever fears you need to face. move along. Two of Cups, Six of Coins. Nurturing. Nurturing. This is new. If it's not new, it's a new chapter, a new phase. So, okay. And that's the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is always about that lovey-dovey type stuff. But on top of that, the passion. The passion that goes along with it'll be there. You'll feel it. You may not be feeling it right this minute, but you will. And hit the gas and go. At the end of it, the Tower. So all this decision making and shit is going to create this. Some of you going to come to the realization of, oh, you know what? We need to. Let me just tell you, this is the Three of Wands. That's the spirit of adventure that came up. Now the back side or the front side of this is about integrity. But this is about the spirit of adventure. All of this up here is going to cause this. So this is in no way a bad Tower. Now, of course, there's work involved. If you're talking about moving across town, yeah, you packing boxes and shit. I feel you. But it's that kind of energy. It's that kind of Tower foundation. Old shit is going to have to be shaken up so y'all can start this new thing. And do it with a spirit of adventure. And the other note here is that y'all don't need to let everybody know what you're doing. You see, he's got his back turned to the audience. Like, doing what I'm doing, whatever. Whatever. Now, on this side, of course, he's being... But because you're not letting people know what's going on with you does not mean that you aren't being honest. Come on now. Doesn't mean that you aren't being... not showing integrity. Doesn't mean that at all. It means that you taking care of your personal... And I think sometimes we get kind of caught up with, well, I need to tell my sister... This is my best card. Sometimes you need to go ahead and do what you're going to do. I understand, but sometimes, and this is that kind of energy we're in right now, holding your cards close to your vest. You just don't need to let everybody know what you're doing. You just don't. Make a note of it. Make it till you make it. Come on now. Call on your healer guys. So Scorpio, like I said, Taurus is changing. Make a note of what you hear is different. Or what you see, what you're seeing that's different from, I don't know, 3 months ago, 2 months ago. Just check that out. And I think that will help you get some insight as to if this is directly related to your Taurus and not some external situation like a job, losing a job or something like that. You'll see the work that Taurus has been trying to do, regardless of whatever else was going on, because it feels like for Taurus there's a process that they're going through. However, that's resonating, and they're trying to work some things out in their head as well. Now, this comeback, if you will, is straight on the table. There's nothing extra in it. So while you're dealing with this energy of, where I don't understand it, I thought we were isolating and separating it. Yeah, that part. Make it till you make it. See the end solution to what you're doing. You're trying to make a happy couple. So see that and paste that smile on your face and keep it moving. Don't let the negative energy or negative things from the past keep you from enjoying your happiness now. Just don't do it because it's not worth it. A lot of things that might have been in play 2 months ago aren't anywhere even in view right now. So you need healing from certain situations or maybe conversations that were said in the heat of the moment. Call on your healer guides. Again, that's coming from that past energy up there. Sometimes it's just better to heal than to dwell on something and trying to figure out why this or why that. Need help, call on your healer guides. That part right there, it's not over. It's not over. Those of you that think maybe Taurus went over the edge and just lost it, it's not over. Again, it's really that energy of feeling like there was some unfinished something that needed to happen, and now it's happened, it's over. And so Taurus is turning around and going, okay, I'm done. Be selective. And that's coming back to your thoughts and what you're talking about. Choose your positivity. That's what I'm gonna say. Choose your positivity. Be selective in what you're thinking about. Again, faking it till you make it, trying to see the end result. Be selective about your thought processes. What you're thinking about. You want positive, you gotta think positive. You can't let any kind of feeling of hopelessness, wow, keep you from manifesting that fresh start. Yeah. See, one more card, universe. One more card, please. Take time for yourself, Scorpio. May take you a minute to get your sea legs, no pun intended. Especially if you feel like things are beginning to, you've got some forward momentum. Take a minute for yourself. And meditate on where you're trying to go. Don't meditate on where you're coming from. Meditate on where you're trying to go. And let your intuition and inner guidance get you there. I think for most of you, if you just roll with it and let it unfold and happen as it's going to happen, you'll be fine. Of course, there are conversations that need to be happening, or that will need to happen if you're trying to make this go forward. But Scorpio, this is not the time to be sitting around trying to, figure out if this is what you want to do or not. You got to get in alignment. If this is what you want to do it and be happy. Scorpio and Taurus, I love you. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the weekend, a wonderful September, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.